What's happening, yo? Thank you for the support that you gave me on my last piece that I posted for my essay, I Hate White People, that appears in the book Reclaiming Our Stories, Volume 2. I appreciate the support. Many of you got it. Those that you just read the title, unfortunately, you let yourself be lost by not trying to figure out or hear what it was I had to say. Listen in June 20th. There'll be a reading. I'll keep you posted on the time when I'll be doing mine or when the entire reading is going to go. But that aside, I want to share something with you that I think would be really simple to go ahead and do. We're watching the media, and you're seeing people coming up with ideas on how to eradicate the systemic racism that is pervasive in the criminal justice system and throughout our society here in America and in many societies around the world. If you're not recognizing it, you're trying to be blind to it, and you're really ignorant because the whole world is like, no. So I have one simple solution. I think it would really work. It wouldn't require anything of violence. It would require each individual making a certain decision about the pride they have and who they say that they are. My solution is get rid of white people. Not people with white skin. This is not a Hitler, final solution, eradicate genocide, none of that. People that call themselves white, most of them, I would venture to say, don't even know why they call themselves white. Most of them don't know where white came from. In fact, most of the world doesn't really pay attention to where white came from. So let me drop a couple of jewels on you so maybe you can understand why I believe it's so easy to fix this situation. When Leif Erikson came over with the Vikings on the boat into the New World, there wasn't no white people on his boat. When the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria pulled up on the East Coast, there wasn't no white people in that manifest. When the Mayflower came and landed here, wasn't no white people in the Mayflower. Some of you are going, whoa, what are you talking about? You have to understand something. White people did not immigrate to the United States. White people did not immigrate to the New World. There is no country called white people. White people did not come from anywhere. Dutch people came here. Portuguese people came here. The Slavic people came here. Germanic people came here. Spanish people came here. People from all countries in Europe and around the world, but we're focusing on that area, all came here. But none of them were white when they came here. That's because white is a creation here in the U.S. Those of you that call yourselves white may not realize that you're only about 400 years old as a white race. You don't see white in the Bible for those of you that are Christians. You don't see white in the Quran for those of you that are Muslims. You don't see white in the Torah, those of you that are Jewish. So that takes care of the Judeo-Christian group of people. White is not in that book because that was not what people were. That's a creation that was made here by Virginia planters in order to say that we are superior to them, to differentiate them from anybody else. So that if your pigment color matched theirs, you were considered white. Now, you have to also understand, at the time period, the Irish were brought over here as indentured servants, right? Now, some of them will sit back and say, I wasn't no slave. They was dogging y'all too. But the moment they turned around and said, your pigment can make everything go right to raise you up, you stopped being an indentured servant, you became a part of that class. I ain't mad at you. Because if I was watching those people over there getting treated like black people were treated, like the slave was treated, I'm not trying to be in that same boat either. So I'm not criticizing you for that. But what I'm saying is, by the act of creating a color-based society, you and everybody that has skin pigment similar to yours was automatically given a cloak of superiority. And anyone that did not match that color automatically was inferior. So, when you walk around saying I'm white, you're wearing the cloak of the oppressor. You're wearing the cloak of superiority. You're saying I am superior to you just by the fact that I have this color. You're not walking around saying I'm Dutch. You're not walking around saying I'm German. You're walking around saying I'm white. And either ignorantly or purposely, you are inflecting the use of your superiority based upon what America has given to the white race. So, how do you beat that? Is you stop being white. When you see an application, don't check white. You don't have to do a whole lot of screaming about it. You don't have to argue with your parents about it. What I would do is I would turn to them. After hearing this, I would turn to them and go, hey, why are we calling ourselves white? And if they don't know, then you understand the ignorance that was pervaded on them. Understand, when they took a mass of African cultures and brought them over here on these boats and then stripped them of their religion, their culture, and their God, and turned them into one single base society and called us black, they sanitized your background too. That's why you're not so connected culturally to where you originally came from or your ancestors came from. Because they said, no, you need to be more white than being Swedish. You need to be more white than doing that Spanish thing. You need to be more white than doing that Italian thing. You need to be more white than doing that German thing. You need to be more white, be on guard with us to make sure that those people are less than, and you understand that you, by the culture of, and color of your skin, are ahead of them. Stop being white. You want to end racism here in America? Get rid of white people. That's my solution.